Hey guys, it's Penny Pinch Granny. I just want to welcome you to my channel and thank you for the response that I had to my 33 cents a day video. That was a very hard video to do and a very emotional video to do. But I felt like it needed to be said because I know there are other people out there struggling. And I just want you to know you're not by yourself and God is with you if you'll let Him be. I also want to welcome the new subscribers to my channel. But I thought today we'd talk about reusing items. Now this will probably be two parts, but I'm going to go over some of the things that I reuse. Well, jars are obvious. You can reuse pasta jars, pickle jars, salsa jars for different things. I use them to send leftovers home for people, or maybe if I want to put some soup or something in the freezer, just make sure you leave a headspace. Now, I wouldn't recommend using glass jars if you have little children that'll be going in and out of that freezer because they might break it and get cut. Another thing I do is I use clothespins to close up my chip bags. And I use rubber bands, like the rubber bands you get off of broccoli. I save those and I use those. I'm checking off as I go because I got a lot of stuff here. And I use wallpaper for my shelf liner. Now I can go down to the thrift store and buy a huge roll of wallpaper about that long and about that thick for 50 cents. And that lasts me a long time. And just use it like you do shelf paper. And as far as paper bags go, if you got clean paper bags, what I do is put if I'm frying something, you can put the paper bag down, put a rack over it. And then, like if you're saying frying chicken, set the chicken on the rack and let the grease strip down on the paper bag. So that's another thing you can do. I use aluminum foil to line my stove with, and I also use in the oven the steamer. They call them steamer lids. I know you've been to functions where they've had these steamer trays with food in them. Well, you can get the big lid for 50 cents, and it almost covers the whole bottom of the oven. So I get those and put them in the bottom of the oven, and then they're easy to wipe off too. If you don't really burn anything on there, you just pull it out, wipe it off, stick it back in there. But I probably change it out like once every 3 months. Of course, I don't cook as much as a lot of people either. And I also take them and cut them in half, and I'll take the half and put it in the bottom of the toaster oven. So that's another thing you can do. And I use chewing gum containers like these. I use these because these are ideal to put spices in. Like if you do a spice blend like taco seasoning or something. Because this paper just peels off. So just wash it and let it dry and use it to put your spices in. Alright, we said the rubber bands. Of course, milk jugs, water bottles. I put water in those and freeze it in the freezer. And if power goes out, it helps keep the food cold. And if I'm going somewhere, like, say, to visit someone out of town and I'm going to carry a cooler, I can put the water bottles down in around the items and it keeps the stuff cold, plus have water to drink. So that's another thing you can do. Alright, and then plastic containers, of course, like your margarine bowls, Cool Whip bowls. I keep those to send things home with people, so I don't have to worry about getting them back. But trouble is, they keep sending them back. I'll say, don't bring those back, and they'll send them back, and they'll say, we're sending them back for refills. Alright, so I'll refill them again and send them out again. And chip bags, cereal bags, bread bags. I save all of those. The chip bags and cereal bags, when you open them, cut them even across the top. And then when you get them empty, just wash them out. And what I do is I wrap my meat, like 1 piece or 2 piece, however I want to wrap it. And I slide them down in those bags to put in the freezer. It helps protect them. That way you don't get as much freezer burn. Okay, let's see what else we got on here. Oh, I save those mushroom containers. They're like blue. They're, hold like 8 ounces. Mainly the ones I get do anyway. I save those because you wash those out and they make good drawer organizers. So that's another good thing to use too. And my daughter travels a lot, and those plastic shower caps that no one uses, those make great bowl covers. You can go buy them for like, what, 10 for $1, and they call them bowl covers. Well, shower cap's the exact same thing. It doesn't matter as long as they haven't been on your head. It doesn't matter. Use that. And I also saved these little, if I have them, potato chip cans, the short ones and the tall ones. And the reason I do that is because I like to burn candles. So I save my candle wax, and I'll just put it into a tin can and set it in a pot of water and let it melt down slowly. And this is also a candle container that I cleaned out. And then you can get these little wicks with the little metal on the bottom. I think I paid a little over $1 for them, maybe $2. And you use that wax and just remelt it. Put the wick in there, pour the wax in, you got a candle. There's no sense in throwing it away and then turning around and buying more candles. And if you put it in this, what I do is once it hardens is just peel this away. That's a good thing too. Alright, I think that's all we're going to talk about today. I've got more, but I think we're going to continue that on the next video. So I hope you like this. I hope you give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Tell your friends. And this is Penny Pinching Granny. Bye-bye.